rationale that the MES stated for introducing this consultation paper are fourfold. And the first, as part of a continual review of the regulatory framework of the MES. Second, the MES thought that product innovation has pushed the current boundaries of the current legislative framework. We also see a more sophisticated investing public. And fourthly, there's a need to enhance regulatory safeguards for the investing public. In terms of the proposals, there are really three buckets of proposals. First is to put in safeguards for investors dealing in non-conventional investment products. The second bucket relates to introducing, for the first time, a complexity risk rating framework for investment products. And third, the MES is proposing to refine the definition of investor classes under the Securities and Futures Act and the Financial Advisors Act. I think first, the consultation paper does widen the scope of investment products, where previously a product that's not covered under the current legislative framework will now be brought in. For instance, the definition of collective investment schemes will be widened. So that means that a bigger number of players there introducing products which previously might not be considered as collective investment schemes will now need to be licensed, and the offers of the investments also has to be subject to the investments regime. So it's really a case of getting good advice as to whether the product that you're offering will be caught under the new regime, and to also be careful about assessing whether you need to be licensed as a result of the widening of scope of this product class. Turning to the issue of risk rating, there's actually some controversy on this. Here the MES has gone ahead of the curve by introducing this risk rating proposal, even when a lot of the other jurisdictions have not gone in that direction. There's quite a bit of academic discussions on this. The MES is aware that that might be a moral hazard issue, but on balance feels that it is useful to have this risk rating proposal. The issues that could arise from this would be, for instance, what happens if the ratings do go wrong? For instance, there are macroeconomic factors at play, or if there are failure of reference entities in the whole transaction. There's also critique as to whether the framework, which really looks at inherent risk and complexity, could be too simplistic because there might be other factors at play. And there's also feedback that it might not be nuanced or sufficiently nuanced to treat, for instance, all equity products as being high risk. And then there's the issue of some of the products which are not under the current MES classification, for instance, Islamic finance products or commodities products. And the other issue is where financial institutions have internal risk ratings. What will happen if its own internal risk ratings do not commensurate with the framework that's been proposed by the MES? So these are some of the more practical issues in relation to the risk ratings. Okay.